The only men that are mad at women choosing or opting to choose successful guys over the alternatives are the guys that are just simply upset with themselves because they haven't made it yet. They haven't gotten there yet in life, okay? So then their egos hurt. It makes them feel small for girls to choose to date or prefer to date guys that have made a success of themselves, made money, made a significant contribution to the world such that they've made themselves into a success. Girls choosing to date those guys because it's just easier. Let's just face it. Women choosing to date successful guys makes life easier in some ways for women because they pay for stuff. They do interesting things. They're out living a life that's exciting typically. And they have access and options to do things. So choosing to date those guys is usually a better choice because it opens a lot of doors in a lot of ways. Okay? So men being mad that girls want to choose the guys that have already done the thing to make themselves a success are only simply angry at themselves that they haven't themselves made a success of themselves yet. The characteristics of a successful man also is more than just the money. It's about integrity, the ability to get up every day and say what you mean, do what you say you're going to do, follow through, discipline, work ethic. All that shit are good qualities in men. Okay? And those are the qualities it takes to be a success. If you want to date a guy that doesn't cheat, you need to date upper middle class men. Guys that are like, busy because they're upper management at a mid-sized company, 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, consistent. Nothing more fucking useless than a guy in his 20s. Who wants to date a guy in their 20s? Guys in their 20s know nothing about even themselves or what they want. You see what I'm saying? How the fuck is he going to know that you're the woman for him for the rest of his life? You get what I'm saying? What does a guy know at 20, 18, 20? Blissful babe, you're dating 18-year-olds. What does an 18-year-old man know about himself? I don't think most men have no fucking at all sense of direction until they're like fucking 30. But realistically, those guys still their ego's so involved. They haven't been humbled by the world yet. They still kind of have to they're still trying to fight against domestication and all kinds of things. Realistically, a man doesn't have a sure sense of himself till he's fucking 40. Men will dump your ass and marry the cute barista. They really will. But if the man that you're dating or going on dates with insists that you work and wants to know your credit score and wants to know how much you make, and then it's like, oh, well, two can live for the price of one. You start dating men that are asking those kinds of questions, and I promise you, it's going to be like indentured fucking slavery. It's not dope. It's like we're going to combine our forces, and because I need you so that I can provide it for me as a man, that's not good. If a woman chooses to work because she has a passion to follow, whatever. I know people that are like in the news, for instance, that just love it. And it's like, all right, cool. That's your little thing. Fine. You have charities you want to start. You want to have your own little business. That's cool. It's all good. If that's your choice. But if you have to, though, and the man insists that you have to, because that's how we're going to make ends meet, then I think that he shouldn't be dating yet. And he should provide enough for himself first. Because, two can live for the price of one. And he should be able to easily move you right into his house. It's handled because it was handled before he came along. You see? But if they're asking those questions up front and saying, hey, how are we going to get these bills handled? Then you should worry. You should worry because that is an underachieving man. Men think that no makeup and natural makeup are the same thing. They think that if you wear natural makeup, you look great with no makeup on. They have no idea. You put eyeshadow on, they'll go, oh, okay, you're wearing makeup. You wear a light beat with no eyeshadow. Man, think you're wearing natural makeup, no makeup at all. They're just clueless. So the men don't know. If you get a little filler in your lip or some shit, men ain't gonna know. They're not gonna know the difference. If you get a lot of filler and you look crazy, you look like you got balloons for lips, then of course they're gonna know. But if it isn't that, they're not gonna know anything. So who cares what they think? They have no idea. Yeah, they don't. And furthermore, you shouldn't even ask their opinion, because they're going to spit out some not so well thought out opinion. And it's going to, now y'all arguing because he doesn't know that you have tattoos on your eyebrows. He doesn't even know it. He thinks it's natural. And then now y'all have an argument. For what? Who cares what they think? I'm going to predict Brianna's future with the Mr. Won't Pay for Flights guy. Here we go. I can see Brianna's future right now. And for the guy that does want you to come see him, but won't pay for your flight, I think that if you were to shack up with that guy, you're going to live a very frugal fucking life, and it's not going to be dope for either of you. Okay? He's going to be cheap always. He's a broke fucking loser, and your whole life is going to be cheap always. You're going to be paying for his rent. Don't blame me. It's in the crystal. It's right there. If you're in another state and he doesn't opt to fly you out and instead insist that you incur the cost of the flight and accommodations, then I predict that you're going to have a broke boyfriend loser forever. And if men care about your money, you should run. If men, I've never cared about a woman's money. Hey girl, how much money do you make? Could you imagine that fucking question? Hey, how much do you make? If a guy's asking you that question, hey, how much do you make? Oh man, really? Oh wow, we could take crazy vacations. Could you imagine that conversation? That would be fucking insane. That would be scary. You'd be like, oh shit. You should reel back. Oh. Maybe I made a mistake. It's so weird because I've seen this. I've seen this in real life where a guy will have a decent life, okay? He'll have an apartment that he can afford and a kind of a shittier car or whatever. And then he has his life or whatever, okay? Then he meets a woman. They start dating. 6 months later, they're living together. Okay, fine. But next thing you know, she's living with him. Now, the apartment didn't change. Nothing really changed, but he went from driving a Honda fucking Civic to, I don't know, a Dodge Challenger. Same job. What changed? Why now is he driving a Challenger? He's got the same income. He's living in the same apartment. Why is he driving a Challenger? Is it because she moved in and is paying half the utilities and rent? Huh? Uh-oh. So he just upgraded his life by bringing in a woman that he sleeps with to pay for the things so that he can increase his car note. Ta-da! Like abracadabra, he made more. And then for some reason, he's walking around with a fucking ego as if you didn't leave his house today, he couldn't afford the Challenger anymore. So why are you walking around all big-chested? You didn't earn that shit. You just tricked some woman to pay half your rent. What the fuck? Isn't that obvious? If you're supporting a man that hasn't found a job for months and months and months, that could bode to their character. And it might just be a situation, that might not be good. And sort of laziness can start to kind of breed complacency can breed laziness, so 3 months is maybe it's just bad luck. But if it starts to turn 4 months, 5 months, that ain't bad luck anymore. That's just a bad character. That's a flaw in their character. Like he wears a little tie like I do, see? He's my handsome boy. My handsome man. It's a good boy. Yeah, so he hangs out here. He claims my bed is his own. I know. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna start doing private lives, guys. I'm gonna do live streams that are like for my private audience coming up soon. For my subscribers on TikTok. So it's gonna be like this, kind of. Different format though. A little bit more structured, not so free ball in it. Coming up, if you guys are subscribed to my YouTube, there's like a star. Click the star or whatever, you'll get a little badge. You'll be my subscriber, and we're gonna do a private live soon. We're gonna start doing them every week. So subscribe to my live. I think it's cheap as fuck. It's like hella cheap. Check it out. And then I will see you there. I'm going to start doing those, not this week, but the next week. So subscribe. We're going to start doing them. We're going to have private live streams for subscribers only. It's going to be dope. It's going to be fun.